London, May the 3rd, 1951. From the steps of St. Paul's Cathedral, His Majesty King George VI opens the Festival of Britain.
Let us welcome to our shores of the many members of our British Commonwealth and all the visitors from other lands who have come to see what this old country can do. And let us pray that by God's good grace, the vast range of modern knowledge which is here shown may be turned from destructive to peaceful ends, so that all people, as this century goes on, may be lifted to greater happiness. I declare the Festival of Britain open and wish it a universal success.
To the visitor returning home for the Festival of Britain, to the exile who perhaps hasn't seen Britain for many years, the sounds that form part of the life of these islands are but memories. Let's try to recapture some of these memories, memories of work, sporting events, and pageantry. The scene is the Horse Guards Parade in London, where His Majesty King George VI inspects his brigade of guards. The occasion, the annual ceremony of trooping the colour in honour of the King's official birthday. From the Horse Guards Parade we go south, down Whitehall, past the Cenotaph, past number 10 Downing Street, the home of the Prime Minister, to Westminster, where the bells of Westminster Abbey merge with the chimes of Big Ben over the Houses of Parliament. North to Trafalgar Square, eastward along the Strand and Fleet Street, past St. Paul's Cathedral and the Mansion House, to His Majesty's Tower of London, that ancient fortress which for 8.5 centuries has guarded the River Thames and the City of London. There at 9:53 each evening is performed, and has been performed for nearly 700 years, the ceremony of the keys, the traditional locking up of the tower.
I've got there! King! First key! King George's keys! Last King George's keys! All well! It's got to the keys! Fly the center! Quick! Start!
And later in the ceremony, but the last post echoing over the Thames and the Pool of London doesn't mean lights out for the tugs and the merchant ships. For London must be fed, and the ships must be docked and emptied of their cargoes.
All for the men keep rolling along.
from the Thames and Tower Bridge to the comparative gloom of noisy Euston Station.
The road stops will leave from platform number 13, going at Carlisle, Paddington, and Preston Central.
Next morning, we're in Glasgow, that great Scottish port on the Clyde. Shipbuilding is undoubtedly Glasgow's main industry, and the Clyde was, of course, the birthplace of the great Cunadas, Queen Mary and Queen Elizabeth. In October 1947, Her Royal Highness Princess Elizabeth came to Clydeside to launch yet another giant Cunada, the luxury liner Coronia.
I name this ship Coronia. May God bless her and all who sail in her.
When the ship worker, or for that matter any other Scottish worker, seeks recreation, the answer is usually association football. The game that means most to the Scottish people is the annual tussle with England, especially when it's played at Hampden Park, Glasgow. In this huge stadium, the biggest in Europe, 100,000 Scots vie with 50,000 Sassenachs to produce the famous Hampden Roar. BBC commentator Peter Thompson catches the excitement of the occasion.
And here's the Hampden Roar as Waddle lines the ball up. A great surge comes forward. Waddle puts the ball on the spot. Here he comes now with his left foot to take this corner kick for Scotland.
East from Glasgow to the lovely capital city of Edinburgh, centre since 1947 of the now world-famous International Festival of Music and Drama. That extract from Mozart's opera Così fan tutte reminds us also of the famous Glyndebourne opera, founded in Sussex in 1934, whose repertory at first consisted entirely of Mozart's works. But we're still in Edinburgh, and as evening falls over the city, we listen to the pipes and drums of the Edinburgh Castle garrison as they beat retreat. There isn't time on this trip to visit the romantic highlands and islands of Scotland. So instead, let's recall for a moment the voice which perhaps more than any other has publicised and indeed immortalised Scotland and the Scottish people in song. The voice of Harry Lauder.
A bonny, bonny laddie, she's as pure as the lily in the dale, and she's as sweet as the heather, the bonny purple heather. Mary must go